off the break. Lenny Moore is here. Lenny Moore, ladies and gentlemen. Lenny Moore is here. Here he is, Dr. Lenny Moore.
What's up, Jeff?
What's up?
Everything's been good, man.
Yeah, man. No technical difficulties this time.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on the podcast.
It's a nice setup, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is how we do it. Thank you to Grails from Miami for having us. We got great food here.
Nice. I just had the
drinks.
pizza, just had the wing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's smoking.
Yeah. So, what's going on with you, man?
Everything, man. The book is going off the charts. Released the other day, yesterday, right out the box. We sold over 1,000. We're #1 on Amazon, and it's kicking ass, man.
No. Wow.
And we haven't even really made the official launch yet. You know, it just came, yesterday was the day that it was released. I figured it'd trickle in, you know, maybe 20 or 30 here, 20 or 30 there. But right out the back, within, as of, I think, 6 o'clock today, we had sold over 1,000.
Wow. So proud of you because I remember when you thought of this, and I remember seeing all the pictures and the videos. You saved everything.
Well, I archived everything from the very first day that I opened up, when I started with the magazine, the Black Gold magazine, and we had photographers who would shoot the pictures, and I would shoot the video.
Right.
And I mean, that goes all the way back to 1994, 95. And then when I opened up the club, I figured one day that was going to be a video or a movie or a documentary. So I got thousands of hours from Black Gold to Diamonds Cabaret, the King of Diamonds, Queen of Diamonds. And I just decided I'm going to digitize everything and put it in a library, and my library is immense. Every celebrity you can think of that ever came to Miami, that came to the club, it's all about them. All of it, that's all been chronicled in the book.
You're not the typical strip club owner. You are very different. Talk about how you always looked out for your employees with, with people coming in to talk to them about real life.
Well, what happened was, my partner, who's named Wes Johnson. Wes was the co-founder of Def Jam. And Wes was a very, very brilliant man. And Wes always told me, he said, Lenny, the way I get the best out of all of my employees is they don't give a damn about how much money you make. Right. They don't give a damn about how many cars you drive and Rolls Royce and houses you can buy, unless you can show them or share it with them.
Right.
And if you share it with them, they will bend over backwards for you. So I wanted to make sure that all of my employees were paid well, that they were taken care of, that they were well respected. And you're not going to believe this. In all the thousands of employees I ever had, I never fired anybody.
Never?
Ever. I let them fire themselves.
Right.
Because when you come in for the job, I tell you, here's the job requirements. Can you do them? Everyone, not just one, but everyone on this list is very important to me.
Right.
And if you can do this, you have your job forever. Now, if you can't, and I first time I'm going to warn you.
Yeah.
Next time is thank you very much. It's kind of like getting a targeting file.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta go.
You gotta go, because you hurt not only the other player, but you hurt everybody else on the team. So that's always been my philosophy. Make sure everybody is taken care of. Make sure everybody make money. And then make sure they know what to do with that money. Because just because you make a lot of money don't mean you know what the hell to do with it.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that when I had my monthly meetings, my dance and employee meetings, I brought in bankers. I brought in stockbrokers. I brought in real estate agents to show you how to buy property, to show you how to invest. I brought in car dealer managers to show you how to buy a car without getting taken to the bank. I showed them how to invest their money so it can make money. But see, the most important thing was I wanted them to understand this is just a professional business, like a sports agent. Right. Telling his players they represent, listen, you got to make this money work for you.
Right.
You only got a short period of time to make this money. Now, what you going to do after you retire? So I want to make sure that they got their degrees, they got the certification, whether they want to become nurses, whether they want to become estheticians, hairstyles, own salons. I want to make sure that they had the right people that can guide them. And since I know that they come from a family or a background with people who knew anything about money, I want to make sure that they knew that. So I see them right now. I was just in the airport the other day seeing old employees going somewhere. They all come and give me hugs. And Lenny, all your life lessons, I'm learning them now.
Yeah.
I'm thanking you for them now. I was like the bad teacher that nobody liked.
Right.
But they appreciate it when they got out of high school or college.
As a black man, as a black man, I'm sure you face obstacles.
Oh my God.
I'm sure you faced people who wanted to shut you down.
Oh my God.
People who were not happy with you making all this money and driving fancy cars and hanging out with hip-hop superstars.
Well,
how did you deal with it?
Well, I upset the apple cart, kind of say. Meaning that all these clubs were white-owned but had a black face representing them. So you was going to these clubs, Coco's, Rolex, I tell you, Office, all of them, they're owned by white men.
Right.
Still is.
Yeah.
They got the black guy up front, and so therefore you come to get the black dollar and let you play what you want and do this, that, and other. But all in all, the money's going to his pocket. And being the only one at the time that had a black-owned license, a liquor license, adult entertainment license in all of South Florida.
Right.
And I came in, they thought I was going to be a joke. And then they tried to tell all the girls, if you go to work over at Black Gold, you can't come back to work for us.
Ooh, I remember that.
Ooh, you just set me on fire then.
Yeah.
But they didn't know I had the girls in the bank. All the girls who had modeled and posed and was featured in my magazine, I called them all up from Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, and said, listen, y'all want to come to Miami, open up the club Black Gold. And they had a club at that time, a hotel. You know what MVP is right off of 183?
Yeah.
El Palacio.
Yeah.
I made a deal with the owner because they had just opened up at the time. They had a problem getting customers. I said, I want to buy all your rooms that's vacant, up to 40.
Wow.
And I put all the girls in that hotel, and I paid for the hotel while they came to work. But I was making so much money off the tip outs and the 10%, and I didn't care. So I not only had new girls, but I had the hottest girls you ever seen. So when all the girls at the other clubs start seeing these girls who coming in making all this money, they told them, go F you. I don't need to work on that no more. I'm going to Black Gold. And that's why I developed that loyalty.
This is all documented in the book, The Butt Naked Truth.
Exactly. Confessions of a Strip Club Owner, The Butt Naked Truth. I'm giving everybody my secrets. See, I don't have no competition. And if you get all, it's like, if you want the 11 secret herbs and spices to a Kentucky Fried Chicken, you just can't put the name on the bill and paint it red and white.
Right.
You got to know all the 11 secret herbs and spices. You can't have 9, you can't have 8, you can't have 10.
Yeah.
You got to have all 11. So in this book, I'm giving you all 11 secret herbs and spices of what it's going to take to be successful in it, not just in the strip club business, but in life and in business, period. Yeah. So that's what the book is all about. It's a chronicle of all of my trials, tribulations, dealing with mayors, dealing with politicians who want to run on a platform to shut me down, dealing with church organizations who want the grandstand, dealing with preachers, it talks about all that. All my struggles, all the mistakes I made. I mean, I don't hold nothing back.
Right.
I tell you, if I effed up, I effed up.
Yeah.
And could have done it different. So it shows them the do's and don'ts about the business. Talks about being a dancer. Don't be if you don't have to help, if you can't help it. But if you choose to do it, make sure you be a professional with it.
Right.
So when you get out the game, you got your reputation, your character's intact. Because it's like once you're an NFL player, you're always gonna be known as a former NFL player.
Right.
And if you're a dancer, you're always gonna be known as a former dancer. See, it's not like it used to be where you can hide it. But social media now, they're actually filming themselves, on stage at the club. Look at the cameras like, this me, come out it. So it's going to be chronicle forever. So make sure you do it with class, make sure you do it with dignity and respect.
Folks, whatever this man touches turns into gold. Black gold. And we are talking with Dr. Lenny Moore. The book, The Confessions of a Strip Club Owner, The Butt Naked Truth.
Oh, I got something for you.
Yes, sir.
I brought you a gift.
Oh, man, I can't wait. I appreciate it, whatever it is. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, we want some.
That's some pussy.
Yeah.
Some pussy energy drink. That's the the original citrus cherry, and this is the green apple. I also have raspberry. I also have sugar-free. And they said, Lenny, you're the only man I know that can put pussy in a can and sell it.
Definitely appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
This is going crazy. I mean, it's the #1. It's blowing Red Bull, Celsius, Prime out the water. It's the best tasting energy drink ever created. Wow. Now, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to take that can and pop it and taste it.
I'm gonna do
That's
that.
the green apple.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
For a loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Yeah, let's go back and look at that kickoff.
Most damn good. Has a good taste to it.
Yeah, that's a green apple. It's all natural, so it tastes just like green apple.
Yeah.
The cherry tastes like cherry. The raspberry tastes like raspberry. It's not heavy in caffeine. People drink it instead of going to Starbucks getting their energy source. That's what they're drinking now. To work out, I drink it every day before I go to work out.
Wow.
Don't even mention you want to take a can before you have sex. Oh, my God.
Man, you should have hooked Shannon Sharp up with some of that.
Yeah.
Before he went viral. I want to ask you, your ties to the University of Miami.
Yes.
Howard Snellenberger.
Oh, my God.
You were a part of that first national championship team. You got the ring? You got the ring tonight? There it is. National championship, University of Miami.
But believe it or not, a lot of my life lessons were learned by Coach Snellenberger. I was blessed to have 4 very intelligent and inspirational men in my life. 1 was my father, 2 was Coach Snellenberger, 3 was Wes Johnson, and 4 was Dr. Horace Traylor, my father-in-law.
Right.
But Coach Snellenberger kind of set my work ethics. Whenever I go through something tough or going through a tough moment in life, I always remember back to Green Tree practice for every day, 2 or 3 times a day, what Coach Snellenberger put me through, the adversity. And then I said, this is temporary. I can get through anything.
Right.
And then with the injury to my knee, coming back from that, having the highest grade point average on the team for 3 years in a row.
Wow.
Graduating, within 2.5, 3 years, and then continuing on to get my master's. He provided for me a platform that I took with me, like I tried to provide for my employees and my dancers, so they could take something with them. So he was you think I'm a hypnotist? Oh, yeah. My God. He was the best hypnotist in the world because he had us believing in us things that we didn't believe in ourselves, that we can accomplish and achieve that nobody else saw.
Yeah. And outstanding, man.
Yeah.
The U actually play tomorrow night at Hard Rock against Virginia Tech. Number 7 in the country. And I will ask you, Lenny Moore, because you are from the greatness that is Miami Hurricane alumni. Are the U back? Is the U back?
Right now, we're just beginning to scratch the surface of how good we're going to be. And with the Mario coming in and putting his footprint down, people think that you can just build a program overnight. You can't. And you can have the best talent in the world, but if they're not put together right, you just got a bunch of individuals. And he's teaching that cohesiveness as a team to depend on each other. Right. It's not just about you. You can't block for yourself. You can't throw the ball to yourself. You can't kick, and catch it. No, you got to be a part of it. You got to play your part. Right. And now all these kids are coming in and bought in, and they're playing their part. Now they're really, and it's going to take another couple of games to see just how good these guys really are. And I think tomorrow's going to be a good test, but we're going to win.
Yeah. Of course, Dr. Lenny Moore, ladies and gentlemen, the Confessions of a Strip Club Owner, #1 in Amazon, the butt-naked truth. I mean, again, I remember when we talked about this over at your house, and you actually did it. You executed it. How difficult was the process?
Well, you see, it's like anything. I don't really talk about anything. I'd rather show people than actually talk, because everybody can talk. You can just open your mouth and wiggle your tongue and words come out. It don't mean nothing. But until you can see a product in front of you, and people don't know what it takes to get there. Yeah. Like everybody thought that even when I ran my clubs, that I just showed up in a nice suit and tie and driving a Rolls Royce or an exotic car. They didn't realize what I had spent the night at the office and woke up this morning, slept on my couch in my office to meet the vendors, to meet the construction crew, to meet the designers, to make sure everything is done perfect and done right. So I always like to show by example rather than talk. Yeah. And this book was a 10-year process. It was basically therapy for me.
Yeah, you didn't rush it. You talked about this a long time ago.
Yeah. The book was therapy. It gave gave me the opportunity to tell the world what I've done, because there's been a lot of lies told about King of Diamonds, about my clubs and who built them and what they did and this, that, and other, because they didn't have nobody to dispel that lie, that, whatever. But now you're going to see from the ground up everything that was done and what position everybody played. Yeah. And it's a very good read. I didn't out nobody. Nobody got to go and try to explain to their significant other, that...
No Diddy, no baby oil.
None of that. It's fun, but the stories are outstanding. But it's true. Everything in that book is true. Not one word is a lie. I will tell you that right now. Every word was written by me. Not one word. My son, he was a director of it. He wanted to make sure that the book was 750 pages.
Right.
It was so good that we had to try to figure out what we're going to filter it down to get it down to 390 pages.
Wow.
So there's another one coming out later on too. But we're going to get the documentary out in the next in November.
Tell folks here, because this is a sports show. There was one night, and I don't know if I'm sure you remember, a team that just won a championship, and they came to your club to celebrate.
Well, it was the Miami Heat when they first won the championship in 2006 when they beat the Dallas Mavericks. And they were coming to my club every night anyway, after every game, home game. When they get back in town, we had Heat Corner. Well, everybody knew them. They came in there, they were family. Nobody messed with them. They enjoyed themselves. Everybody had a good time. Had the basketball court. They would go back there and have slam dunk contests, three-point shooting contests.
Wait, in the strip club?
Yeah, at Diamonds Cabaret, we had a full-court basketball court.
A full court?
And that King of Diamonds.
What the heck?
So, when they won the championship, they told me, so Lenny, when we went, they told me, before we left to go play, and Pat Riley said, I ain't taking but one suit.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be alone.
I remember that.
They called this, Lenny, after we win the championship, we coming straight back here. We ain't going home. We gonna get our cars at the airport, and we coming straight back. I said, okay, that's what y'all wanna do, let's do it.
Wow.
So sure enough, after they won, on the plane, Gary Payton called me. So Lenny, we on our way back. We want to make sure you got our crystal ready.
Right.
And man, when they came in, it was crazy.
Yeah.
You're going to like something here. I'm going to show you something. You're going to blow your mind.
Wow.
Gary Payton, Antoine Walker, Shaq, Dwayne Wade.
I remember that team.
All of them appeared. And this just came out the other day. Hold on. This just came out the other day. And I couldn't help but laugh when I read it.
I remember that team. I remember the road trip. One suit.
Yep.
One suit.
What does that say?
Antoine Walker. After we won the championship, we got back to Miami and went straight to the strip club. Diamonds. That was the first party. We probably did $150,000 in singles that night at the pool. Everybody got 10,000, 20,000 in singles. Oh my God.
All of that is in the book. Everybody's testimonial about how much fun they had. I even called the city of North Miami Beach and told them, we're going to be open to 8 o'clock. And they granted me an easement to let me stay up to 8 o'clock. I kept the police out. They had to pay the police, but I didn't care.
Right.
And at 8 o'clock, we're walking out, the sun is shining, everybody's still having a good time, still trying to get in.
Great stories. It's all in the book.
It's in the book.
Of course, Confessions of a Strip Club Owner, The Butt Naked Truth, Dr. Lenny Moore, the multi-talented Dr. Lenny Moore. Then you're also a comedian. You do stand-up.
But I don't do stand-up. I'm what's called a comedy stage hypnotist, where I bring people on stage and get into their head and make them do anything I want them to do, or the craziest, funniest, stupidest stuff you ever seen. And I've been on tour with some big names, from Cat Williams to Mike Epps to Corey Holcomb, and I've also headlined a lot of my own shows. But I don't really do it like I used to. As a matter of fact, the Improv want me to do a couple of specials, just to show people just how crazy this is, how unique that talent is.
Yeah, are you still involved heavily in boxing?
Well, I do all the boxing. I've been doing that for 20 years. The Heavyweight Factory, we have the contract with the Hard Rock for the past 20 years. That all the boxing matches that come to the Hard Rock is featured by my company. Also, we own the Golden Gloves, too.
Okay.
So we put on that event as well.
Evander Holyfield, Todd
Evander-
King, all your people.
Oh, everybody in
Bowe,
boxing business. All this,
Riddick Bowe.
Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, all those guys have worked for us for years.
Yeah. Hey, man, thank you so much. I wish you lots of luck with the book. Let everybody know once again where they can get a copy of it.
Well, the book is called Confessions of a Strip Club Owner, The Butt Naked Truth. You can go to the website at mrkod.net. That's mrkod.net. Or you can get it on all platforms. Kindle, under Confessions of a Strip Club Owner. You can get it on Amazon, under Confessions of a Strip Club Owner, and all the platforms. You know,
And it drops.
it dropped already. It dropped 2 days ago. They can go get it right now.
Okay.
And when you get it, make sure you go and write a preview about it, a review about it, about what you think about it. Give me a 5-star if you can. That's all we've got is 5 stars all across the book.
Awesomeness, man. Awesome stuff. Dr. Lenny Moore, he made it here tonight. Who cares about a hurricane? He made it here tonight for the Jeff Fox Show. Thank you for coming to Grails,
It's always
Miami.
my pleasure, Jeff.
Thank
Always a
you,
good
man.
time.
I love the attire, man. I always love the attire. Thank you so much. We'll take a break, everybody. You guys kiss some babies, get more drinks. We'll be right back. Jeff Fox Show live from Grails, Miami in Wynwood. We'll be back.